Hello and welcome once more to the Bench Report. You're listening to Amy and Ivan.
Hello.
We have some information here focusing on the contribution of maths to the UK. It ties into a debate happening in Westminster Hall led by MP Ian Sollom.
Right.
Let's look at what this tells us, really from education right through to the economy.
And what's fascinating here is just how foundational maths is. The info covers changes in maths education policy in England.
Yes, and it notes how previous plans, like, requiring maths to 18,
Yeah.
well, they've been dropped by the current government.
That's a key shift.
Yeah.
But you still have initiatives like the maths hubs across England that use a teaching for mastery approach.
Which is about really understanding the concepts deeply.
Exactly, helping teachers, designing curriculum. But when you look at attainment, well, the picture's mixed. In summer 2024, 73% of primary kids met the expected standard in maths.
Which sounds pretty good initially.
It does, but there's a gap. Only 59% for disadvantaged pupils compared to 79% for others. That's, quite a difference.
And does that gap continue later on?
Unfortunately, yes. At GCSE level, 65% got a standard pass in English and math.
Grade 4 or above?
Correct. But again, look at the gap. 43% for disadvantaged students versus 73% for non-disadvantaged. It actually gets wider.
That's quite stark. So after GCSEs, what are the maths options?
Well, you have A-levels. Maths is actually the most popular A-level subject overall.
Oh, interesting.
But the entries are still majority male.
Still, what about other routes?
There's core maths and functional maths, too. They're maybe less academic than A-level, more focused on sort of practical application.
Keeping those numeracy skills up.
Precisely. And there's that policy requiring students without a GCSE grade 4 pass to continue studying maths in some form post-16.
And the government's involved in supporting this.
Yes. Programs like the Advanced Math Support Program, the AMSP, they offer teacher development, student support.
And it's evolving.
It seems so. From September 2025, there's a new focus on encouraging girls in post-16 maths, supporting disadvantaged high attainers, and skills for, AI.
AI, that's crucial now.
Absolutely. Plus, there are financial incentives for schools offering core maths and A-level maths, and bursaries for maths teacher training. And for adults, there was the Multiply program.
Right, the free numeracy courses.
Yes, for adults without that GCSE grade 4, running from 2022 up to March 2025.
So a lot happening in schools and colleges. How does this feed into higher education, into university?
Well, interestingly, the proportion of total university students studying maths degrees has actually fallen slightly. This is looking between 2012-13 and 2021-22.
A slight dip despite all the focus.
A slight dip in the proportion, yes. And there's also a significant shift towards research-intensive universities, like the Russell Group, for those who do study maths.
So a concentration in certain types of institutions.
And a concentration of certain demographics, too. These students are more likely to be men of Chinese and Indian ethnicity, younger, and critically, from more advantaged backgrounds compared to the general student population.
Which raises questions about access, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Now, let's connect this back to the bigger picture, the economy.
This is where the numbers get really, really big. The Academy of Mathematical Sciences estimates the value of maths to the UK economy. And get this, at $495 billion in 2023.
Wow. Nearly $500 billion.
It's about 20% of the total UK GVA. It's just massive.
And campaigning groups are making the case for its importance.
Definitely. The Campaign for Mathematical Sciences argues advanced math skills boost productivity, boost wages. They're calling for a national mathematics strategy.
Which would evolve.
Increased research funding, university support, better teacher recruitment, more industry collaboration. They really highlight maths research's role in AI, cybersecurity defense, all critical areas.
So you have this huge economic value, this reliance on math skills.
And at the same time, these persistent gaps in who's achieving in maths, who's accessing higher level study.
It really makes you pause. Given how vital maths is economically, what does this disparity mean for the UK's future skills base? And perhaps more fundamentally, who actually gets to participate in and benefit from that high-value part of the economy? It's a crucial question.
Indeed.
As always, find us on social media at Bench Report UK. Get in touch with any topic important to you. Remember, politics is everyone's business. Take care.
Check it.
Hello there, this is Tom, the producer of The Bench Report. Listener suggestions are vital to my mission of making politics more accessible and accountable. So, if you have an issue that's really important to you, personally or professionally, and want to know what those in power are doing about it, please get in touch via email or via our socials at Bench Report UK. I'll grab another coffee and start scanning those parliamentary archives.